Um, what's happening, people? Welcome back to another episode of Red Divided. Myself, Tommy.
You got Eddie here.
You got myself, Ham, aka Sean Dyche.
Tony boy.
Cool. All right, guys. So quickly, obviously, because the full episode is on YouTube now, so every beginning of the podcast, we need to obviously say, please make sure you guys like, subscribe, and do all the good stuff. Whatever
and
it
comment.
Press the button.
And comment. Yeah, and do all the good
Wherever
stuff.
the button ends up. Yeah.
All right, cool. What's been happening? We're literally just talking about football too. I was talking about Taco Social, and Ham's talking about him playing football today. What were we saying? How was your football today, Ham?
Yeah, good, man. Nah, we lost 1-0. Well, like I said, it was like 7-8, so there's only one in it, but it was intense, man. It was good football, man. Good football, and
cool.
It always feels nice to be wanted. Let's just say by both teams. So, it means I'm doing something right, because I don't even know these guys like that. So it means I'm doing something right.
Ham was telling us it was a bidding war for him, right? Cool.
These men don't know. When I was 18, the price was high. Now it's a bit lower still. 33-year-old man. Yeah.
Yesterday's price is not the same. It's not today's price, man.
You know, if a club had to sign me, I just say, can you guys just pay for my bills? My monthly outgoings. If you guys cover that, I'll pay for you.
Cool. Yeah, we were talking about Taco Social. They're not paying us for this promo, by the way. But if you guys haven't been there, make sure you get out there, and it'll be nice to get out with some of the boys too, man. I went there yesterday. It was top quality. I did well yesterday, anyways. I can't lie. So if your technique is not on par, just don't go. Don't bother yourself.
You say it's as fun as that. Actually, that wasn't fun. It's a lie.
The golf one?
Oh, the one that we done where he was inside the sauna.
That Brazil.
I don't think I did that actually. I didn't play.
I don't think Tom was there. Yeah,
I wasn't there.
Yeah. To be honest, it wasn't fun. It was tough.
Tough. Okay.
No, but to the listeners, just break it down what it was though to the listeners.
Yeah. So I think it was in the O2.
It wasn't at the O2. It wasn't near where we used to play at Cross Harbour. It wasn't at the O2.
Yes. Yeah. So they set up a temporary like indoor. Was it five-a-side pitch?
Yeah, like five-a-side.
But the conditions were the same conditions as Brazil.
Yeah. So
we were just sweating. It was
the World Cup. The World Cup was in Brazil.
Yeah. So just like a tropical area. It was just as soon as you got in, you couldn't breathe.
It was mad.
And then you're playing like five-a-side. It was crazy. Come off every couple of minutes trying to make us up because it was just mental.
It just made you respect. It just made you respect the players more, innit?
Yeah,
I hope you understand
they got to play under all conditions. Yeah.
But we played in. Remember when we played in Miami? Was it as bad as Miami? Remember we played in?
It was worse.
This was worse than Miami.
Air.
There's no air.
Miami.
Yeah. No air.
Because there's one, like, to be honest, I'm not sure you guys went to Portugal with me. Right after we graduated, it was pretty bad though. That time we went to Portugal, we were playing some Portuguese boys. They battered us. It was pretty bad. I can't remember. I think it was me, Pat, Saeed. I can't remember. I think it was Laddie there. Yeah, a few of us. We went. And Mike at the pub boy. Yeah. It was pretty bad then. But I'm not too sure which one was worse, Portugal or Miami. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, Miami was hot, but this one was there was just no air. There was no oxygen. It was tough.
Okay, that's a madness then. At least you guys understand, innit? When players are complaining when they go to the World Cup, so at least you guys know. You guys know. Cool. Obviously we got there's not much surprises this week, to be honest with you.
Expected a 0-0. Expected it.
I didn't expect a 0-0. Sorry, I was surprised.
Wait, who was you expecting 0-0 with that day? Us?
You and Burnley, innit?
So West Ham.
Us. You and Burnley.
I didn't expect that.
About you at West Ham.
I didn't expect that. I didn't. You know what? It's funny, because I was talking to my friend. So my friend normally plays like an ACCA for me every year, a football ACCA for me, and then I put United as part of the ACCA. But the reason why I put United as part of the ACCA is because the price was good. Sometimes you just go for teams because of like the price. Like, so United's at home, they were 21 to 20 or something like that to win, which is just basically over even, which is a good price. I think it's worth the bet. Let me add my United as part of the AFCON, and obviously we've got the last minute goal. Both games went live this week, so it's either we watch the highlights, or unless if you guys got some cheap cable in your house and watch the format. So what we're gonna like just do for the viewers is just off like what we watch, and if not so much what we watch, just what
I watched the United game though.
Oh, you watched it? Okay.
Yeah, cool. I watched the United game. I didn't watch us obviously because I was at football today, innit? So I didn't see. I only saw like the 3-minute highlights of us. But I watched the United game.
So whatever, like mine is just based off of Match of the Day's highlights, to be honest with you, because I didn't get to watch the United game. I watched Match of the Day. So even if it's not so much touching on the game itself, let's touch on what the result means. So Adi, what's your thoughts on that? If you watch a game or highlights, whatever it is, what are your thoughts on it, and what did you result?
I'm not gonna lie, I was slightly happy, I feel as if we matched West Ham. And that's to show you, like, us matching West Ham is a positive thing in terms of we had attacks, they had attacks. I think overall it was a good game. Obviously, we've complained for the last few weeks about the performance as well. But even though we didn't control the game specifically, we played okay football. We had chances. We were good on the transition, which I was happy about. Obviously, the result, so needed. I wouldn't have been surprised if we had lost. The draw was probably what I was thinking was going to happen. I thought there were going to be goals both sides, so I don't know how these guys managed to keep a clean sheet. I really don't. But it's positive, 2 wins in a row. Being in the top 4, how did we find ourselves here? Are we lost? Did we take a wrong turning?
Because it's football, isn't it? It's never as bad as it seems, isn't it?
Yeah.
It changes so quickly.
Yeah, it's never as bad as it seems.
Yeah, so I was happy with the result, but I think even more so I was happy with the performance. I'm not saying we're great, so no one should take like my words and change them, but
yeah,
we were able to match West Ham, and on a normal day you would enjoy watching West Ham play, right? I think we gave what we could. Ronaldo, still waiting for a bit more from him. A bit more. He had a couple of chances, should have buried them. Still a bit of moaning, but I appreciate having him. I appreciate having him in the squad now, a bit more than I did before. But he needs to score a few more goals. But yeah, generally positive.
Cool. Yeah. Now, to be honest with you, I watched Leeds and West Ham last week, and then it kind of reminded me of West Ham when they played Arsenal. They didn't have the same energy in that transition period where you feel like they usually have a lot more energy when they're going forward. But I feel like the game is, I've been saying this for a while, I don't know whether the game might be catching up to them. And the difference is I feel like the difference between our game yesterday is the fact that it's the quality that we were able to bring off the bench. And I've said that about West Ham before in the past, is that as much as they're in the running now, but when it comes to it, like if any of the players get injured, the level of players starting and the levels on the bench for United and the other teams that's competing for top 4, there's not much difference. But I feel with West Ham, it drops drastically, because who were they really going to bring on yesterday to change the game for them? Ben Rama he should be coming back soon though, right?
Yeah.
He should be coming back soon. So he's probably the only one. And they have Lanzini, but Lanzini's starting now. But there weren't really much they could have bring off the bench. And I watched them against Leeds last week, and I wasn't really too pleased. I thought, you know what? Unlike the Villa game, because when we were going to the Villa, when we played Villa midweek and we were going into the game on the weekend, I thought, you know what, Villa's going to beat us. But unlike the Villa game, I thought, you know what? I'm not saying they won't beat us, but I wouldn't be surprised if we win the game. Do you know what I mean? And especially knowing like how vital the 3 points is, knowing very well if we beat them on the Saturday. Not obviously, I know Arsenal and Spurs are going to play on the Sunday. The importance of the game, I thought we probably got the experienced players in our team to get you over those type of games. And fortunately enough, we did. Like they got us through.
Over what kind of games? Because ask me where all this experience and stuff has been for the last how many.
Yeah, no, I mean, but in terms of like knowing very well, I think knowing very well that West Ham is on top of us, and we beat West Ham and we're at home, we go top 4. That games like this are key. So I'm not sure West Ham, like, if it were the other way around, can West Ham could have put through? I don't know. Maybe they could. Maybe they couldn't. I feel like we've got experience. I don't really buy into that. Maybe we've got experience.
We've just been shit.
We've got experience,
and that experience hasn't stopped us being shit.
And that's bringing me to the point to what you're saying. I wasn't impressed with it, and from what I watched in the highlights, I know you said the performance was better. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't impressed with the performance, and that's been my issue from like the get-go. I still don't think the performance is good enough. And if the performance doesn't get any better, I still stand by the point. Obviously, I know you're still within reachable distance, but I think why all the team competing for top 4 is fortunate is that everyone's just pretty much as bad as each other. So it's like everyone's I don't think any of those teams competing for top 4 are able to go on the run of games, like 3-4 games in a row without not dropping points or losing. Like no one's been able to do that. So I think that's where all the teams compete for that top 4 position. That's where they're quite fortunate, because if one of us was that good, we would have run off with it by now. At least we would have been one team would have been at least 6 points ahead. So I think that's where everyone's quite fortunate. And I just think in order for me to believe that we can get top 4, the performance it's got to be a lot better than that, man, honestly. I think we'll still rely on individuals to get us through games, which is what we've been saying under Ollie, and nothing has changed really on that perspective. So yeah, man, I'm happy. Don't get me wrong, bro. I'm super, super happy with the last minute goal. The worst thing about it is when I was watching on Soccer Saturday and I heard they're checking for offside. And you know when they're checking for offside, it's never good. It's never good. Especially when I was getting messages saying, "Oh, it looks like it's definitely offside." It looks like that's the messages I was getting. It looks like it's definitely offside. And then when I heard the final whistle was gone, I was ecstatic, man. So no, I can't lie. I was happy about the result, man. And I think what makes it better is the fact that all the result on in today's games.
Yeah, everything went our way this weekend.
Everything pretty much went our way this weekend, and that's what you want. So, but everyone's still got games in hand. But as I always said, I'd rather have the points on the board than to play the actual game. So I always believe in that. So yeah, what was you saying, Ham? You watched the game, innit? What was your breakdown of the game?
Yeah, I thought it was an even game. I thought a 0-0 draw would have been a fair reflection for the game. I don't think United was bad as I've seen them play. So I don't know whether that's Ralph sticking it to them that the Brentford result might have highlighted the performance. I don't know if you guys will agree or not. I don't think the Brentford performance was great. I think Brentford were good in that first 45 minutes. Good, very worthy of going in 2-0 at half time. I don't think that would have flattered them if they went 2-0. So I don't think the United performance was that good, even though you won 3-1, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so
I totally agree.
So Ralph was probably whether tweaked things or spoken to them or just said, listen, we're at home, innit? And it's West Ham and they're our rivals and we got away with it at Brentford, so we have to put in performance. And I think he got a reaction. I don't think it was a great performance, but it was a better performance. And I was more so like, I'm a football fan, innit? So as much as I hate United, I'm just a football fan, innit? I love football, innit? So I got Arsenal fans that when they listen to the pod, they're just like, bro, I can't believe some of the things you say. Like, how can you be bigging up? Bro, I just love football, innit? So I was just super, super, super happy for Marcus Rashford. That's all I wanted to touch on the United game. I'm just super happy that Rashford scored against Brentford and he scored yesterday, and it was an important goal yesterday, last minute as well. Because honestly, I think Marcus's problem is off the field. I don't think something must not be right off the field, whether that's family, relationship. I heard, don't know if it's true, allegedly, him and his missus, they've broken up and they're trying to get back together. And I know how heartbreak feels, so I know how that can affect your productivity.
Yeah.
So I'm just happy that he's got his 2 goals back to back, because Marcus is with Jaden and them man. If they don't pick up their performances, they won't go to the World Cup. It's that simple. They're not playing well enough to be. So I just hope for Marcus, not for United, but obviously if Marcus plays well, United play well. But I hope for Marcus, because I like Marcus as a player. I think I hope these 2 goals help his confidence and he's able to kick on from that, because Anthony Elanga should not be starting ahead of Marcus Rashford. In Marcus Rashford's head, he shouldn't be getting benched for Elanga. So maybe that's a kick up the backside he needed, but super happy for him. And another touch on Declan Rice, he is ready. Like, he is ready to go and play for any side above West Ham in the league. He's ready. Like, you see, like, you know, when someone is right, like, you know, when you meet a new girl and you take her home and you're ready to, like, you're just ready to pipe him. He's ready.
I'm not sure about your analogy, bro. But
my analogies are always around women, isn't it?
It's what the listeners expect. So,
but bro, it is. He's ready. It's the way he doesn't just intercept. It's the way he intercepts. And now, I swear to God, I don't know if it's just me, but when he's playing, because I've watched him live a couple of times, it's like he's just gliding when he's going forward with it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, because it's got that swagger and confidence with him. So it's just when you watch, especially when you watch him against the United midfield, you're like, United need him in their midfield, and maybe a couple others, but he should be playing for United with other players around him.
Yeah.
So quality from him, and like I said, happy for Marcus, man.
Yeah. Just to touch on the Rashford thing, it's such a shame that even last season, as much as we abuse him, he scores important goals for United. He scores and I said it last season. My cousin always called me to cuss him. Like, last season was him and Bruno that was scoring the important goals for us. But if he gets his head right, but I still feel like his footballing brains, like he needs to work on that. We've never really doubted his natural ability. We know he's skillful. We know he's quick. But it's just his decision making at times that you, at this age, he's 24 now, that you would have thought it would have improved by now, and it hasn't. So that's probably the only thing for me when it comes to Rashford. But in terms of ability, I've never really doubted that. I think everyone knows that we want Declan. I think, but West Ham is probably gonna put some crazy price on him, man. And I think the most important thing is just to make sure that if we do get him, we have the right. I think our issue over the years is that we're getting all these name players, but we've never really had the right manager to get the best out of these players. So if we are going to get a player like Declan, whoever we are going to get, it's just important to have the right manager, because there's no point getting all these players. Look, we've got Sancho now, we're not getting the best out of him. So if you are going to get these players, let's get the manager to get the best out of them. So that's probably what's important for me. Cool. So that's us this week. Thankfully, we don't have to go into deep with United this week for once. We'll take it for now. We'll probably be back next week. I think there's no Premier League game next week anyway, the FA Cup. So we'll just from talking about FA Cup, obviously we don't need to go deep into the League Cup game. So you guys obviously played Liverpool last Wednesday, League Cup. Not saying that Liverpool are an easy team, but if there was a right time to play them, we would be without the two.
100%, man.
Yeah, with was it the Mane and Salah? So I actually thought going into the game, I thought it was pretty I thought you guys had as much chance as Liverpool. I didn't go into the game thinking that Liverpool was gonna win the game, but I think if anything, they obviously dominated the game and deserved to win. What was your thoughts? What was your thoughts going into the game, and what was your thoughts in the actual game?
I just wanted to get to the final, semi-finals, watching them, playing in them. Don't care how we play. I just want to get to the final, innit? Just want to get to the final. So go watching that game. Let's just get over the line, innit? And let's fucking get to Wembley. But then, just after the first 10, 15 minutes, it was nothing. It was a lackluster performance. So we went out of a whimper, innit? That's the thing as a fan that hurts, that we went out of our whimper. And what I didn't like from Mikel was just that, and I haven't seen him do it once, is if I'm a manager, that I'm doing a Mourinho special from 10 years ago. My right back's coming off and I'm getting a right winger off. My left back's coming off, I'm getting a left winger on. I might even move my left back to a left centre back and change the shape to a 3-5-2. But I just feel like Mikel didn't, it's a semi-final at home. He didn't do nothing. He took Laka and brought Eddie on. That's a nothing substitution there. He left Nuno on the bench. I mean, you could have got to just Nuno's thrust, just his enthusiasm, just his energy, his youthful exuberance. Could have tried to unlock something. I'm not saying it would have worked, but it's like the performance went out of a whimper, and the manager also went out with a whimper as well. So it weren't nice. But it is Liverpool, and that boy Jota is good, man. That boy is good, man. that boy good. That boy good. But Liverpool good, and their press, that's one of the. I'm trying to think this season if I've seen it. Obviously, Man City press amazingly. But that Liverpool press was proper, man. And obviously Lokonga in there by himself. Odegaard tried to help him, but Lokonga in there by himself, young. Yeah, it was a lot for him. And they had Curtis, and Curtis Jones was brilliant on the day. And Hendo and Fabinho. And they were, and because they don't, obviously Bobby doesn't really play as a 9, innit? So they got Bobby in there as well. So the press was too much. And I thought after the 10-15 minutes, we couldn't get out of their press. And we started going long. And obviously if we go long, Van Dijk and Matip are going to eat it up.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was just a bad performance all around, man.
Cool. Yeah, no, what's your thoughts on it, Ade? Anything you want to touch on before we go into it?
I think pretty much same as Ham, in all honesty. I did think it was a good opportunity, though, especially after the first leg, getting that draw with 10 men. I thought, you know what, this might be it. This is perfect chance, but it's not for everyone. Final, not for everyone. So. Join us.
But you guys are still in competitions though, man. Bro.
It's just a matter of time, though. It's just time.
No, but you're still there though. There's still hope. Like we always say, it's the hope that kills you. You're still there. You're still hoping. You still got Champions League. Mino and you two, yeah. For as long as I know you guys you're gonna watch the Champions League. And you're gonna say we can't win it, but you're gonna watch with that 1% hope that United can win the Champions League. But I can't watch my team do nothing.
I totally agree, but sometimes, man, you got to understand, it's better when you're set that you're out of it, and you can just watch others as a neutral and just enjoy the game. Sometimes
I've been watching the Premier League as a neutral for the last 15, 16 years, bro.
Well, yeah, no, I heard it. It's the hope that kills us, isn't it? That's what it is.
It's the hope, bro. So that kills you every fucking week, bro.
Yeah, because literally, as soon as we beat Villa in the FA Cup, my first thought was like, okay, cool. At least we got an easier tie in the next round. We got Middlesbrough.
Well, who you lot got? Who you lot going in the ground?
Middlesbrough at home. We got Middlesbrough at home.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's literally my first thought. Okay, you know what? We can make it past that. Well, you think we can make it past that, and then
no, we definitely make it past that.
Then hope to get another championship team.
There you go. It's the hope, man.
The Mister can keep going.
Yeah, no.
That's what it is as a football fan, man.
Yeah, no. So, okay, cool. Obviously,
but good luck to them, though. It's gonna be a good final, them and Chelsea.
Yeah,
and I was bantering Drew in because me and Drew and the WhatsApp group, I was bantering him saying, "Yeah, you need that trophy still. You're not gonna win nothing else this year." I don't see Chelsea or Liverpool winning anything else this year, so they need that. They need that trophy.
Yeah. Well, both are still in the FA Cup, right? They've got a great chance of getting the FA Cup.
I think they're both in the FA Cup. Both in the Champions League. Both in the Champions League as well.
Yeah. I think they've got a chance to win. Like they've got the quality to win either of the trophies, isn't it? The title's gone, then especially knowing that the title's gone, they can just invest all their energy in those trophies. Or
Liverpool don't believe the title's gone though.
No. Obviously, in their head is not gone.
But you have to keep going for it, though.
Yeah, you have to keep. Obviously, what they're gonna do is just keep winning the game.
Chelsea know it's done.
Yeah.
Chelsea knows
it's done. But they just got to take each individual game as it comes in and just keep trying to win each individual game. And hopefully, that Man City drop points. I'm sure that's what they'll be thinking.
Just like they did yesterday against Southampton. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So we'll see in that. Look, obviously, you went out the car. What was worse in that game is the fact that Partey got a red card. What are your thoughts on bringing on Partey, by the way? Do you think he should have played?
Ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous that he was even considered to be in the squad.
Yeah,
it's absolutely ridiculous. He can't fly in get in midday.
Midday, yeah.
And it's a League Cup semi-final. Fair enough, at home, he shouldn't have been considered at all. Whether he declared himself fit or not, you got to take that decision away from the player.
Yeah,
and that's not that is not ideal preparation for semi-final. I don't care how short we are. How short we are falls on the recruitment that we done and not bringing in players and letting players go. That's where we're short. Because this is a game where AZ Maitland-Niles could have played. Why we send him out alone? And then we're rushing Partey back, and he comes back. Who you got to think of the human factor. He's just lost a competition for his country and come out, and then he's here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yes, and then you put him on. I mean, there's no excuse in the red card. It's silly. He's silly. Both tackles are silly, but he shouldn't even be in that position anyway. And that's just stupid from Arteta.
Yeah, bro. I saw a clip of him on the bench, and he just looks tired. I thought his eyes were red, bro. He looked tired, and I was thinking,
another thing. And obviously, Arteta's not the only manager that's done this. We're not the only club that's done this, but we forced Tommy to play And I don't know if you guys watched the game, but Tommy was awful. That's the worst he played for us.
But you just knew he wasn't
because he was injured. Because you can tell. And now what? What's happened to Tommy now? He's out for 3 to 4 weeks. So you rush a player back. You don't have the adequate depth in there. You rush a player back. You ask him to play. You ask a player to play. Every player is going to say, "I'm ready to play." Every player is going to say, "I'm ready to play." You take the decision out of his hand, and now he's out for 3 to 4 weeks, and now we don't have no right back. And both my centre mids got red carded.
Yeah. So obviously after that game, we know that Chaka's got a red. Then Partey had a red. But I still thought, you know what, you're playing Burnley at home. Like, Burnley ain't played in a long while. As long as you
bottom
keep
of the
league, you still got your attackers. As long as you score a goal or so, you're fine. You're fine. Obviously, what doesn't help is the fact, as you said, in it, like as much as your central midfielder area, you're lacking in that central midfielder area. The club's got to take some sort of responsibility too, because you've loaned out 3 players in this window, right? Mari's gone, Niles is gone. I think is there one more, and Kolasinac is left the team.
Yeah, he just ripped up the contract, ripped it up.
Yeah. So it's got the club obviously got to take responsibility. You let some club players go, and we
got 2 other centre midfielders on loan as well, in Guendouzi and Torreira.
Yeah, and but to be fair, I just don't think that made a difference today. I didn't watch the full game. You tell me. I don't know. I'm not sure if anyone watched the full game because you still had great. From the highlights I saw, you guys had a lot of chances. There's some chances I thought that Lacazette should have scored a couple. ESR had a couple too. So maybe you could have got a couple goals. There was who made that the header? That was it a header or was it a shot? Or was a shot? The save from the corner.
Oh, Popey.
Yeah, that was a great save. Yeah, that was a great save. Yeah,
it's our boy now, Popey.
Yeah, that was a great save. So from the highlights, obviously you guys had the chances. I wouldn't say like the defensive midfielder area was an issue for you guys, but but you couldn't get the goals. And from that game, someone told me that you guys actually haven't scored.
They ain't scored all year.
All year, and from
the year. We ain't scored in 2022.
No, you scored against.
What language are you speaking?
Scored against City, but apart from City, apparently someone said to me
I was about to say
Arsenal's got more red cards than goals this year. That's last week.
That's defo.
That's true though.
So I thought it was actually someone bantering, making jokes. But then when we
ain't scored in our last 4 anyway. I know that. We ain't scored in our last 4.
So the only goals,
0 goals is deep though. 0 would be deep.
So obviously I didn't think that would be an issue. So like you guys not scoring goals, does that highlight the fact that you need a striker that makes it? You've always said you needed a striker anyway. You've got your list that you're going to send to the board. So you've always said that.
I've said already. I'm just waiting for him to action it. It's like when you send your manager annual leave request. But I'm just waiting for you to send me the email, that you approved it. Because I'm going on holiday whether you're back or not.
It's true.
Oh yeah, what are your thoughts on you guys like lack of goals now?
Yeah, man, it's not good enough, innit, right? But the thing with Arsenal, we know it's not good enough. The board know it's not good enough. Everyone knows it's not good enough. But it's Arsenal Football Club. We've been mediocre for years. It's just like, there's holes here. There's 5 holes. Okay, let's look after 2 holes. But there's still 3 other holes, bro. The thing can't move properly. We need to fix all the holes, bro. You can't be having man like 30-something plus, bro, and letting them run down to 6 months and thinking that Lacazette's going to lead the line for you. Lacazette led the line for us for never. You're going to put Orba in disciplinary action, cool, whatever he's done, whatever. But then, bro, it's January. We need to bring someone in. If you're gonna send Orba to the wilderness, cool, whatever. That's what you want to do. But then there has to be an adequate replacement that's going to replace. Obviously, he hasn't been getting these 20 goals a season this season or last season, but that's what he's been giving us. So you have to replace that because Laka don't do that. Laka's never done that. And Eddie's never going to do that for us. So it's just the inability to make the right decisions at the right time. But today he's got to score that one though. The one that ESR gives it back to him. I don't know why he's going outside of the right foot. Just open your foot up. It's an open goal. Tap it in, bro. Got to put that away. But Laka's never been prolific in it. So I don't look to Lacazette for goals. I look to Laka. People like Laka because he can bring others into play. He's technically good. He can do that. But he's never going to get you 20 goals a season. He's never going to be the man that's going to get you a top 4, which is disgusting. I'm even saying that. But a top 4 will lead you to any type of trophies. That's Aubameyang or players of that ilk. I'm saying. And underneath Laka is Eddie. So, but saying all that, we shouldn't be drawing at home to Burnley. Never.
Because you guys went off on a run of scoring bare goals. So it's not like the ability to do it's not there. Because you guys went on a run, you scored quite a few in a few games.
And if you think the goals were coming, and look where the goals are coming from, they are young players. And what do you associate with young players? Up and down, right? The consistency is never. It's good. So I'm not gonna look at Saka, ESR, Martin, and say you man ain't scoring every game, bro. They're like 20, 19, and 21, bro. them scoring in bunches is good, but it's not. We can't rely on them. I can't rely on my kids. What I'm relying on as a fan, and if I was a board owner, my 25, 26, 27-year-olds, my experienced players. You've got 300, 400, 500 games underneath their belts. You should be knowing what they're doing. It should be coming automatic to them. So I'm saying. So we have to. If we're not going to get Vlahovic, we're not going to get him. Cool, then you've got to get someone else in. But we have to be proactive. We're too reactive as a football club. Too reactive. Think about that year when Leicester won the league. Remember, we finished second that year.
Yeah.
And everyone else was flopping around us. Bro, you got to be proactive. Bro, we got to seize opportunity and be proactive. Tom just said it now. It doesn't look like no one wants a top 4. But there's a window here now. There's a window here. There's 7 days to go. What the fuck are we going to do? Are we going to bring someone in to show that, yes, we're trying to go for this top 4, or we're not, and we're just happy with finishing top 6? And I think we are happy because we're going to extend Arteta's contract, which is nonsense to me. But we're going to extend his contract. So we're happy.
Yeah. I think, like, as you said, I think it's the fact that the opportunity is there. If the opportunity weren't there and you know you were just like, you're just going to get top 6, fair enough. Get rid of the deadwood. Save the money onto the summer, and then you go again. Because like I said, in terms of the investment that you've made during the summer, so far so good. Like all the players have been doing well. So, but it's the fact that the opportunity is there. Nobody wants this top 4, bro. For the fact that Man United is top 4 now, it just highlights how much everybody around that area, around that top 4 area is a total flop, because no one wants it. Like no one wants to seize opportunity, and all it takes is just if you can recall when we bought Bruno in January, and sometimes it just takes one player to lift like the whole team sometimes, and that's what it takes in it. So it's whether they want to spend the money or not. You can understand that why they don't want to spend the money, because they've invested. They probably feel like we've invested a lot in the summer, and they might be ahead of the plan, and they're probably thinking, you know what, don't let us jump the gun here. Like,
nah, man, you gotta jump the gun, man.
So,
jump the gun, man.
The
gun, man. Gotta keep spending, man. Gotta keep spending. Gotta improve the quality of the side, man.
So yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see, man. But yeah, obviously, I'm not crying about it.
And I hate Burnley. You don't know how much I hate. I want them relegated every year, and I think I'm gonna get my wish this year. So I don't know why we didn't add to their misery, because I hate Burnley. I hate no other team worse than Burnley, bro. So I think they're finally gonna go down this year. So the fact that we didn't take 3 points on them again is pissing me off even more.
I was watching the Chelsea game. I was watching the Liverpool game, and I was thinking, wait a minute. I'm sure there's like 2-3 other games going on. Why is there no update in regards to the score? I checked Flash score, so 0-0. What?
Same. That was like me on my way home from football today. I kept thinking, okay, I'm watching the Liverpool game on my phone as I'm going home from football, and I'm thinking, cool. I know our game's on, so I know I'm gonna get like a ESR 58 minutes.
Yeah, but I wasn't getting
or something. But Ade,
go and check if you've ticked
the Liverpool game got to like 81 minutes, and I thought, nah, I'm coming out of this and I'm going to Flash score. Is Flash score not working or something?
Yeah. That's exactly the same thing I thought, because I knew Burnley weren't going to score. That was no issue. They weren't going to score. So obviously, I think I was having a lesson or something. So I've got the Leicester one pop up goal, Liverpool's one pop up goal. I was like, I haven't seen anything from Arsenal. I was like, did I tick this thing? I went back, checked, didn't see anything. And I didn't see anything again until full time. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Right? Because I was like you. I didn't think if I had more Arsenal defenders in my fantasy team, I'll put everyone. I'll put all Arsenal defenders, because I was so sure that Arsenal wasn't going to concede. I had Ben White, I had Ramsdale. I thought, you know what, I'm putting this guys because I know they're going to keep a clean sheet. But when I wasn't seeing the goals, I think, is anyone else injured up top or something? What's going on here? But like as I said, it was a good weekend from my United perspective anyway. So we'll take that. We move on.
Move. But talk about the Liverpool Palace game. What do you think of the game, though? I thought it was a really good
game. I thought it was a good game. I watched the whole game. I enjoyed the game, man. I was gonna get. Have you guys seen the penalty?
Yeah, it was never a penalty.
Yeah, bro. I watched Scott, bro. I was so surprised.
It was never a penalty.
When it was watched, because obviously I didn't have Jota in my fantasy team, and I knew if Liverpool got that penalty, that is gonna get
the
free
assist.
So like I saw the replay. As soon as I saw the replay,
don't give it.
Yeah. But then the thing is, as soon as I saw the replay, I think, oh, this is never a penalty.
Yeah, same.
When it was no chance, but when it was taking so much time, I think, what
bro,
is going on here, bro? This guy's on.
But do you know what made it make sense to me, Tom? Ade?
Yeah.
When they said that Craig Pawson is the guy that's looking at it. I was like, oh, come on. Of course he's going to give the penalty. This fucking idiot. Craig Pawson, all them man, Craig Pawson, Tierney, all them men are dead, bro. Of course they're going to give it.
Yeah.
And you know it's not a pen when Jamie Carragher, the most staunchest Liverpool fan, is saying, it's never a pen. It's not a pen.
Well, I don't know what's going on, man. But yeah, man, it's not a pen. But in terms of like the game, it was a quality game. I was pissed off.
Palace were good second half, man.
Yeah.
Second half.
Bro, they could have leveled it, to be honest with you. They had enough chances to score.
Steps on that first half, though. That's where they fucked themselves.
Yes, obviously, like I said, it's a good second half performance from Palace. Patrick is doing his thing down there, man. He's definitely acquitted himself well there. But Liverpool, well done. Got the points. I think I messaged you already, or he's messaged me. Either way, we've spoken, sir. Got the proof. he still believes the title race is on. but moving over to the other lot that don't believe that the title race is on, Chelsea, they're just playing football for vibes in the Premiership. They're playing for vibes. They're just playing hoping that us shit lot don't catch up with them. But that was but you see when Chelsea play Tottenham, yeah. That's not even a game of football for me, you know.
Yeah. Because
that's just 3 points to Chelsea, bro. And it's not even competitive. It's just they own. Yes, Ade, perfect. They own them, bro. And you guys know what I think of Tottenham. They shouldn't exist. They shouldn't be a football club. They don't do anything. They don't do nothing. They shouldn't exist as a football club. They don't lose bad enough. They don't lose bad enough to get relegated. They don't do well enough to win anything. They just exist.
I'm sure Chris is hearing this, boy. He's probably been screaming at you, but when he's listening to
Chris
this,
is probably, listen, Chris is a real person. Chris is probably nodding along in agreement with me, saying, yes, we should just fold the club. We don't do nothing. But they play Chelsea. They get beat every time. And you can see from the first half, I mean, Chelsea was like, it's like, you know, like when you're watching boxing and the guy's just testing out his jab, just finding his reach, just throwing it out there. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I got him now. Second half, boom, 2-0, slap them, back. And Ziyech goal. Oh, you know when he hit it, yeah? I don't know about you know, when he hit it, I thought it was going into the stands. and then when I saw it go top hand corner, I was just like, take a bow, son.
It's a camera angle, Ham. When you look at it from the camera angle, you look at it as if it's going out.
Well,
and all of a sudden, it's just mad. It's not. And it's funny. Ade was talking about him last week. Was it not last week that Ade was talking about his technique?
Yeah, last week. Yeah, he technically he is absolutely sound. He's sound.
One of the best left foots we've seen, bro.
Yeah, he might not fit into the team too well. Like other players will play ahead of him, but technically, his left foot is.
There was one ball. It gave to Lukaku. Yeah, you know when the ball is just there, like it doesn't move. It just head me. Like literally head me. The ball was literally right on par. What? Nah, he's gifted that guy, man.
Yeah, but the controversial decision though. What did you lot think though? The Harry Kane, Thiago. Me personally, that's never. Because if I do that in the middle of the park and the referee blows me up, I'm getting a yellow card for dissent after because I'm telling the referee what the fuck he's doing. It's a game of football with men, and he hasn't pushed him. He touched Thiago's back. He didn't like push him out the way. He touched his back. Yeah. So for me, that goal stands. I hate Tottenham, but that goal stands, man.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I agree. Well, as we was talking about, like when you watch things on replay, it seems a lot worse than like real time. So that's the issue with like VAR sometimes, isn't it? So everything.
Because something like that, you have to watch it real time because obviously I've refed a few games and you get people calling in the back all the time. But if someone's touching your back, but there's no pressure, why are you making noise? It makes like they haven't actually pushed you, right? They've touched you, but they haven't pushed you. So, yeah.
I think the main thing is the fact that the ref gave it. If the ref never gave it, then VAR wouldn't have said it. I mean, if the ref never blew the whistle for foul, then VAR would never. Well, you should think that VAR would have.
Nah, VAR would, man. We're incompetent. Someone at Stockley Park would have said, "Wait, hold on. Just take a second, breathe." I think there was a push in the back that you might want to come and look at this.
Yeah, so
joke, man. But that you see that goal, yeah. The referee, even if Chelsea players surrounded him. He should have looked at them and gave all of them a yellow card for dissent. But even thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, let's play football, man. It's like I know I'm fast forwarding it, but it's like Iwobi's challenge today. Like, of course, in slow motion, it looks bad, but he's really just trying to control the football and spin. 100%. And then when you slow it up, and they gave him a yellow card already. The yellow card is enough. It's enough. For me, it's never a foul. But he's gone over the ball, he's caught the guy's ankle. Cool. You want to give him a yellow card. You don't understand football. It's fine. Give him a yellow. Yeah. But then to say that, oh no. This thing is worse than the yellow card. Yeah. In fact, it's a red.
That's the perfect example.
What the fuck are we doing here?
Bro, you know what? That's the perfect example because I was on the phone, and when I was on the phone, I'm thinking, wait a minute, obviously the ball went away from him and he was obviously trying to get the ball. But in real time, that never looks like I didn't even think
that happens in football every day.
It happens all the time. But then if you watch something like that and replay, because obviously he brushes past his ankle, of course all of a sudden once you pause it and you see where his feet is at, you're gonna give it a red card, man. So it's just it's ridiculous, but that's football for you now, isn't it?
Bro, the yellow card was I mean, I don't think it's a yellow. I think it's whatever. It's a foul. Let's play on. But if you are gonna give anything, a yellow card is more than enough for that tackle, for Iwobi's tackle. Yellow card is more than enough. And let's play the game. Let's play the game.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, if we're saying the referees in our country are bad, the referees in the AFCON are... those are, I'm sure those referees don't have AC in their room in OT. They don't have AC. That's why their brain is not making sense, bro. It's not making sense. I'm watching some of these decisions and I'm just like, what? Did you man see Ayew sending off?
Oh, yeah. It's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Fam, I'm watching some of these, and you know, what's making it worse, Ade? You're a referee. It's the fact that some of the referees, when they get their
I'm not a referee. I am a shambles of anything.
Do you know what's killing me? It's the fact that they're coming over with such conviction. Like, yes, and they're nodding and say red card. What do you mean? I'll slap you. Say red card.
You have to show power. You have to show power.
Did you not see what the guy that blew the whistle early, despite him blowing it early, when the players were trying to confront him, he wasn't having it. Bro, he still weren't having it. I'm thinking, bro, you just made a blatant mistake. The players have every right to confront you. And it's still they're shocking.
The decision that this AFCON is. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say that's the reason why Nigeria went out tonight. I wouldn't say because Iwobi got sent off, but it doesn't help when you're making nonsense decisions like that, bro.
Yeah. Just let's quickly touch on the tournament because we were supposed to touch on it last week. What you guys thought on the tournament so far? And
I have nothing to say. Nigeria out. I'm not saying anything. Nigeria out. I don't send the tournament anymore. I don't care.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Amos made me have to take a step back and really rethink things because I'm not gonna lie. I don't respect that tournament. I haven't respected it for a long time. Like back in uni days, I just used to look at it and be like, "What are these people doing? What are you doing? The tackles, they'll go for a slide tackle, there'll be head height. The height of someone's head.
Wait, is it not Tommy's uncle that slided? Eric Bailly? That's a normal tackle for my uncle, bro.
And I was just been watching it. This was back in the day. I remember there was one time this guy was on the floor and then this guy jumped on him 2 feet. But and then when the ref came to him, he was like, "What did I do?" And that day I was like, okay, so I understand now. I fully understand. You're all mad. You're just all mad. But so I think default, my brain just goes to the quality isn't great, right? Even when you have world-class players, it's as if they get there and they just fit into everyone else's behavior. But obviously Nigeria everyone's saying like they were the standout team.
1 3 out of 3.
Yeah, I feel they were good, but is it that they were good, or they were good compared to other people?
I thought Ivory Coast was actually great, to be honest. I was gonna, well, go on. I'll let you finish up.
And that's where my issue is like, how am I really judging the tournament in terms of real quality? Part of it might be the pitches. The pitch is horrific. So
it's horrible.
The people that can't, like, if I'm not enjoying a game, it might not just be down to the players. It might be down to the pitches as well. So I don't know. I'll watch the rest of the knockout games and then give my overall verdict on the tournament and the quality of football. But yeah, my default just generally is, Oh my goodness. Yeah, but we pray. It will get better. Because obviously it's not just a football, it's a refereeing as well.
Yeah.
The thing is, you've got world beaters in this at that tournament, but I'm just not seeing as sweet football as we would like.
I think you know what it is. It's just it all boils down from like it stems from like the organization of like the tournament, from when simple things such as like playing a country's national anthem is not going right, and then you have the ref blowing the whistle before 90 minutes. What hope do you have? You get what I'm saying? Like everyone's gonna look at like the tournament as a joke if shit like this is going wrong, and that's probably like there was a lot obviously noise about the tournament before it began, and it's because of it's because of stupid stuff like this, man, and it needs to improve. And if we can get the basic things right, and then we can concentrate on improving the quality of the football. But from when we're getting all the basics wrong, how are we going to enjoy the football in the first place? Do you know what I mean? How are we going to enjoy it? So like, let's get the basic right. Then we can focus on the quality of the football, and then we can move forward from there. But from that, when we're getting the basic wrong, in 2020, look how long this tournament's been going for. It's hopeless at times, man.
What year are you living in, Tommy? It's 2022, bro.
Oh, sorry, 2022.
what year are you living in, bro?
You know when someone just wants to pause life, let's just pause life.
2 years behind us, Ade, bro. COVID hasn't even happened in Tommy's eyes. COVID hasn't happened.
Sorry, 2022.
No, but do you guys see AFCON as a small tournament?
No, I don't see it as a small tournament. I just
how it's perceived by the public, or how I perceive it.
How I perceive it.
How you perceive it, because I've got a follow-up question straight after this.
No, I don't see it as a small tournament, though.
Yeah, no, I don't
see it.
Do you see the Asian version of the AFCON and Euros as a small tournament?
I've never seen any Asian. I'm not gonna lie, I've never seen it.
So what's your? Do you view it as a basically you wouldn't watch it because you don't respect it in any way?
I don't have no affiliation to it. That's why I
wouldn't watch it.
So do you feel as if the people that have been talking bad about AFCON is because they've got no affiliation?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. That's why it is. I think.
And then the thing is, on top of that, it's the schedule of the AFCON doesn't help. So like, it doesn't help the fact that it's in the middle of the season. So that's probably one of the biggest concern. Like,
100%.
Especially like a team like Liverpool.
I thought I had to stand up for them a bit. As much as there's what they say is it will irk any African or like
there's certain things that I didn't mind when people were complaining about the schedule, why is in the middle. People can always question that. Of course, you got to question it, because at the end of the day, it's interrupting their plan for the season, right? But what I didn't like about the noise beforehand is the clubs trying to stop their players from going, or I can't remember, was it Hala that someone asked
Sebastian Hala, yeah.
Someone asking him, do you want to go or something along those lines.
Yeah, so I think that's where the disrespect comes from.
That's the disrespect. I don't like
that's just disrespect.
Yeah, but in terms of like people complaining and saying, okay, you know what, if people get like you giving your perspective of the tournament, it's been a poor quality tournament. It's true, like no one can deny that. It's always been poor. Like when everyone was, I think one of my friends he placed a bet and he did both teams to score on the team. I was like, bro, do you not watch the African Nations Cup? Like, do you get what I mean? Like, it's the truth, bro.
Money, you're just
like, teams to score.
Yeah, like, do you not watch? Like, is this your first time watching a tournament? I could have told you that for free, bro. You don't,
bro. Sometimes I look at them and it's like, you know, uncles when they're playing in the park or on Saturdays and Sundays. You could fully just replace them with 11 uncles in the park, and it'll make no difference.
You know what it is? They don't like their head is just all over the place. Like,
no composure,
It's annoying. It's frustrating, man. So, but as I said, like, it's until we get the organization of the tournament right, the basic stuff right, it's hard to focus on the quality of like the football. So we need to get the order. Like, you're not going to have this issue in the European Championship, like the ref blowing the whistle at 85th minute. Despite them telling
those things can happen. I just don't think they can happen at the rate that it's happening, because you got to remember when that referee, who was it? Was it Graham Hall?
Crack before
gave a
3
player
yellow cards.
3 yellow cards in the World Cup.
Yeah, no, but
Those
the
things
thing
can
is,
happen. They just can't happen at the scale that
at the
at
scale,
the rate it's happening.
Okay, it can happen once, but one, they've just told you, okay, you blew at 85th, they corrected you, and you still blew at 89. Come on, bro. That's ridiculous.
Who told you his watch was working? No one's ever mentioned that.
But then the thing, if your watch wasn't working, when you blew at 85th, it was an opportunity to tell them, guys, whisper in someone's ear, come and let me know when it's time to blow, because my watch is not working.
An African man's gonna admit to being wrong.
Yeah. So like,
and yeah.
But we're talking about the problems. What's the solution? Because I still want the AFCON to be on every other year now?
Every 2 years.
Same way Copa America is, because I know what it does. I'm in the diaspora, innit? So I live in the UK, innit? But I know what it means to the people in Africa. It's their World Cup, innit? You think about it. It's their World Cup. It's their Euros. So it has to go on. It just has to. There has to be a solution as to how it can be better, how it can be managed better, how it can be structured better.
I totally agree.
I don't think we can put our own tournament down and then expect others to respect it. We say we gotta think more solution based. How do we put out a better product basically every 2 years?
I don't think we're putting it down. I think we're just speaking the truth.
We're just saying facts.
I get it.
Like I watched the Africa. Bro, I've been watching Africa. Despite me saying all of this, I still watch the tournament. I mean, what I'm talking, bro.
And you're still frustrated the same way you're frustrated 20 years ago.
So I'm saying, as much as I might voice my frustration now, I'm still going to watch the next tournament. See what I'm saying? Like I'm not going to stop watching it. But yeah, you are right. We need to start thinking of a solution. One is maybe to avoid like the issues, the collusions with the clubs, move it to the summer. See what I'm saying? That's one. But then obviously the issue is moving into the summer is the weather, innit? But
they're quite minimal, weren't they? They were minimal in terms of like the ones that were like players that didn't go because of their clubs. They ended up being very minimal. Yeah, like Nigeria flopped with Dennis because they were dumb.
Yeah, no, but I'm not talking about players not going. I'm just talking about the disruption with the club, and this is what the disrespect comes from. The disruption of their plan for the whole season. See what I'm saying? That's where it comes from. I don't think that the mind letting the players go, but our anger, they're going to say the wrong thing. Like what Klopp said, I'm sure he didn't mean it, but
came out frustration.
Journalists won't ask questions like that if it weren't because it was in the middle of the season. I don't think we'll be having all this back and forth if it was in the summer. So I feel like
if FIFA and UEFA hold the highest card, isn't it? Their tournaments are never during the season. They know why their tournaments are not during the season. Because they know when they're going to get most of their money, most of their audience, most of the participation. So they've already locked in their tournaments for summer tournaments. And then so the Copa America has to work around the schedule that's already been in place. Same as the AFCON has to work around. But then it's so funny how Qatar wins the World Cup and now, we can have a World Cup in the middle of the season. Exactly. And money talks, man. And Africa is just disrespected. It's not for them. It's not lucrative enough to care about it. Simple.
I think financially, it will work. It'll probably work out better for them if it's in the summer. To be honest with you, I think it should work. You should think it'll work better for them because there's no other Premier League football and other football that interrupts people from watching it. See what I'm saying?
We didn't hear nothing when Son had to go off for the Asian tournaments last season, and didn't he even go for 2?
So he went at the beginning of the season. So I think even at the beginning of the season, not so bad. At least you can plan your season without them. It's when he's bang on in the middle of the season because people go off for Olympics and stuff like that.
But didn't Son go for 2? So I'm sure Son went for 2.
I think one of them is service
military service
or something. Yeah, I think that was military service.
No, he got exemption from military service.
But he definitely went at it. He went to one of them.
No, I think they won a tournament.
He went to one. He definitely went to one military service.
An exemption,
and he had a military service as well.
Yeah, he definitely went to one because I remember they came back saying he was the best shooter or something like that, and I remember them saying something along those lines. So he definitely went.
I'm pretty sure he didn't.
I think he got an exception of going again or coming back earlier.
But
I'm sure he went to something. Let's double check it anyway. But I'm sure he went to.
I know he got an exemption for something, but maybe
because I was even watching. I was watching.
No one's gonna make a hoop. Sorry,
sorry. I was watching an interview with him and that Amelia, that chicken date. And she was asking him a question about him going to a military service, how he won the best shooter or something along those lines. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go on, Ham. Sorry, what are you saying?
Yeah. No, I'm just saying it's never gonna get. I know what you're saying, Ade. Like you're basically saying Son went and there wasn't a hoopla about it, right? But then remember, he's the most prominent Asian player, right? If I'm sure I'm not speaking out of turn. I think he's one of the, and there's not that many of them. But you've got to think of the African players, bro. Every club, pretty much every club in the top 5 leagues has an African player in there. So it's gonna get more highlight. It's gonna be scrutinized more. You're gonna get more people up in arms about it. Like you're losing, like for Liverpool, for instance. If I'm a Liverpool fan, I am fucking pissed, bro. I'm losing the best player in the world in Mo Salah, and then his counterpart in Mane. Both are going into the season, and we're trying to chase down Man City. It's a fucking joke, mate. But on the flip side, you know this when you sign African players, though. Yeah. So then it's just that does that hinder the chances of African players getting bought by these clubs? Then it becomes a bigger picture. Then you're starting to unravel different things. So do we have to move it? So all I'm saying is just how do we find a solution in it? Like what's the solution? Yeah. And it's just going to be through more dialogue in it between all the federations.
Yeah, I just think the African nation themselves needs to obviously sit down. And they like you can't help someone that don't want to be helped. If they need to sit down themselves and try and figure it out and have dialogue with the European like UEFA or whatever it is to try and sort something out. One, I just think maybe we should just try and move it to the summer. That will stop a lot of disrespect. Because like you said, as a local,
it just shouldn't be every other year. Once every 4 years is fine. Go back to once every 4 years.
Once every 4 years or every 2 years.
That's fine, man. Once every 4 years is fine, bro. Man, I need to see the thing every second year, bro. What the fuck, man?
But yeah, let them move it to the summer, man. I think that will stop a lot of disrespect. And I just think the organization of it just got to be better. Like, better pitches. You need to invest in it because if we're going to have a World Cup in Africa, when South Africa had a World Cup in South Africa, look how much money they've invested in it to make sure that they got everything spot on. If you can do that for the World Cup, why can't you do that for the African Nations Cup? Like
somebody somewhere has to eat the money, Tommy. If I allocate you 100 million to build stadium, you're going to use 25 million to build the stadium. And the other 75 million, you're going to pocket it.
and that's why I said that it starts from the African nations themselves, innit? No, they can't help. No one can help them if they can't help themselves, bro. If people are eating money, it's as simple as that, man. It's literally
but anyway, Nigeria's out anyway, so us three, all Nigerian, we don't care about the Nations Cup. If Ivory Coast win it, good luck. I couldn't send. To be fair, I want Ivory Coast to win it because Pepe's there.
Yeah, they've got quality. To be honest, I think Ivory Coast has got the best team in that tournament. They've got the best team in that tournament. Even from
they got.
So Hazard was starting that time, so it's like, bro,
they got Haller, bro. Haller's been on fire for Ajax, bro.
So yeah, so
they got Frank Kessie scored the other day. Kessie scored.
Yeah.
So the team's solid. I think they've had probably the best African team for a while now, like all round. If you're talking about every position on the pitch, I think they've had the best.
It's them and Senegal. For me, it's them and Senegal. Senegal got top players. I think Ivory Coast good players. Senegal got top players.
I don't think it's close. I'll be honest with you, Han. I don't think it's close.
No, I think for Senegal, I think in terms of Senegal, their top players is better than the Ivory Coast. If you
in terms of the balance,
I got Mendy. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think the whole.
But then if I say that Senegal, I got Mendy in goal.
Yeah.
Koulibaly centre back.
Yeah.
I got Idrissa Gueye who plays for PSG.
Yeah.
I got Sadio Mane. Yeah. That's 4 top players, and I don't think Ismail Sarr even went. And then you look at Ivory Coast and you name their players. Okay, they got Pepe, they got Wilf. Okay, good players. Sebastian Haller, good player.
You got Kessie.
Frank Kessie, another one, good player. But top. I think Ivory Coast got top players. They got good players.
No, but over the years, I agree with Ade. Over the years, Ivory Coast has always produced.
They had that golden generation, innit? They only won it once. They had to win it that time.
They didn't even win it that time. They won it after.
They did. They won it after. After Drogba.
After Drogba,
retired.
Drogba. After Drogba.
But all of them were still together, innit?
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, man. But we'll catch up. Hopefully,
Senegal. Can Senegal and Ivory Coast meet each other in the final?
I don't know.
We've not seen the schedule.
I haven't seen the schedule.
Because I was only looking at that. In my mind, I'm not gonna lie, I was only looking at who's Nigeria playing in the final.
Yeah, I don't think they won the Nigeria route, so they probably were.
Yeah, no, we would have played. Yeah, I think we would have played them in the final. One of them two in the final. So yeah, I think they're gonna meet each other before the final.
Yeah.
But yeah, come on, Nicolas Pepe, man, win something, man. If you win something, Arsenal won something. So win it.
That's a nice way to look at it.
I don't think my club is winning anything else this year, bro. I'm playing football. Ham is playing more football than Arsenal to the end of the season this year.
All right.
All we got is Prem games, bro.
Cool. We don't have much time left, but I think we should just quickly touch on that. So obviously talking about pressure on like the African like nations and all that. Thought we touch on like pressure on football players. Do you think like just basically thinking of whether fans take football too seriously? Because we touched on this a bit last week in terms of like expectations as fans. Like for me, as a like fans spends money on football, right? Some fans go to the stadium, and there's some that don't go to the stadium to spend money on like
merchandise.
Merchandises, even watch football is money because you need Sky and so forth. So obviously, and they follow a certain football club, so there will be a level of expectation. Like, you know what? Since I'm spending my money, the minimum requirement I expect from these players is just effort. So I think if we're just gonna say you expect effort. So as a fan, especially as a fan that's in the stadium, and you can see everything live, and you're seeing a player, okay, one, you're having a bad day, two, you're not putting the effort. Of course, you're gonna be frustrated. But then when do you think a fan takes it too far? I'll let you guys to touch on that.
Go on, I'll let you go first.
Yeah, so for me, anything that gets physical, to be honest, even it doesn't even need to get physical. When you're talking about all this racial abuse that goes on, I think that's already too far.
Yeah.
But then you now have the level of people throwing stuff at players. Is it that deep? Like, obviously, you're thinking it's a little carp, it's a little coin, but if you hit someone at the wrong angle, you know, human bodies are very funny.
Yeah.
Like, if something happens to someone, permanently injures them an eye out, are you going to say it because they didn't defend well or because they celebrated in front of you, in an area because they didn't even come to your face?
Mm-hmm.
I think it is pretty poor. Like, at the end of the day, because I've listened to one of these radio stations yesterday, it might have been BBC Radio Live, and they were like, we probably take it a bit too seriously in this country, but they were just referring to something else. They weren't even referring to like attacking players and stuff. But I'm not sure if because I follow a lot of football like around the world. So they've had the like youth tournament in Brazil.
The brother brought a knife onto the pitch, bro.
He brought a knife onto the pitch. This is an under-20s youth tournament, and the man came onto the pitch with a knife to chase under-20s. One of the boys from Palmeiras was 15.
Smart.
And this is what people are doing. Is it like, I understand people love football, but you wouldn't accept that in normal society. You'll judge someone in normal society. So I think it's hard to downplay it as passion, or like you support how you want to support. Can't be attacking people. It's a bit deep.
Yeah, that's definitely too far, bro. When you bringing a knife on, like, it's not all funny. That's not all banter. Like, a lot of South American countries do take it too far, to be honest. But
they killed a guy because he scored an own goal in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah. That's so wild. Like, Tom, remember when you were working in Burger King? Imagine you didn't give someone extra ketchup and then they slapped you.
Bro, I would have jumped over that. I had attitude problems back then anyway. Not that I don't want to have an attitude problem now, but back then.
I'll give you guys a girl's analogy. No, but you see, with the fans, you're touching on what Ade said. I agree with everything you said, 100%. Yeah, but I think as fans as well that goes to the stadium, or just fans in general, got to do a better job of calling out these fans that do those things. So I've worked as a steward in it, and I think we got to do a better job of calling out these fans. So you see someone saying anything racist, homophobic, throwing something, you got to call them out, man, because you can't police 50,000 people, innit? 100,000 people, 60,000 people. It's impossible, innit? Not gonna have enough manpower for that. But you as an individual can call someone out, innit? And then obviously then there has to be repercussions in it. There has to be something that happened to that person that is obviously of note, that deters this person from doing it again, or deters someone else from doing that again. So football fans, it's a game of, and I think as we're getting older, yeah, I don't know about other people, but us three, we're becoming more It is what it is, isn't it? Like maybe
Bro,
vexed into our
there's
fate
a-
because
There's
our
a
teams are
lot.
shit.
There's a lot of
And
life
there's
out
and
there,
believe
bro.
we support Arsenal, Man United. You know, we support the fourth and the sixth best team in the country, bro. So think about it. There's like another 80-something teams below. So that these are even shit than us, bro. And these men are moving wild, bro. Like it's a game of you wouldn't go to the theater, and because someone didn't act properly, you would throw your bottle at them. You would throw a can of beer at them. So why do people think that? And I always put it down to this: it is these people's job. This is their place of work.
Right.
So I couldn't come to Ade's job, and because he didn't do something right, I'm gonna slap him, and then I'm gonna walk away, and nothing's gonna happen to me. What is that? You can't do that. Just be normal people. Just be a decent human being, a decent member of society. And yes, someone like I was at the Arsenal game when Xhaka threw his finger. I didn't go out there and try and beat him up or do something mad. I was at the stadium. I booed just like everyone else booed, and we kept it moving. I didn't cuss his mum. I didn't cuss his girl. I didn't do nothing mad. It's just okay. I didn't like what you done. Cool. I can express that anger, but there has to be a threshold as to where you express your anger to. That's why you see a lot of people come out. I'm not racist. I got black friends, but then their black striker might miss a chance, and it's you this cunt. Like, come on, bro. What is that?
That's why I liked what you said. So when you said it, you called out racism, homophobia, and I feel as if a lot of the reason why things don't get sorted is that everyone's fighting their own corner. So these sections fighting for racism, this homophobia, trans, everyone's fighting their own corner. But actually, you should just be fighting for everything.
Yeah, 100%.
Easiest way to get everything.
Wrong is wrong, right is right.
Yeah, wrong is wrong, right is right. But yeah, it's a madness. I can't. And my problem is, so obviously you guys know I've been refereeing for a while. So I did a little Tuesday league, 6-a-side, and this guy must have cussed me from off the pitch. Best believe I stopped the game and went off the pitch.
Yeah, 100%. I expect that from you. I expect that from you.
Called the game, went off the pitch, and I had to quit it. I couldn't go back because I was like, once it's gone to the level that I've come off the pitch, it's done. That's because next time you say anything, even if I hear you breathe, we're on. So I actually had to quit the whole gig.
Cool. As I said, what you said is right, innit? I mean, just on that topic, just make sure that everyone fight for each other, fight for what is right, rather than everyone fighting individually. And hopefully we can eradicate all this nonsense from football. Cool. I think that is it. That's what we have time for today. We'll be back next week. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and all the good stuff. And we out. All the good stuff.
Peace.
Peace. We out.
Peace.